Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Second quarterback run here. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
11 MT. Big 13. 11.
They give to Irving to start this drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
180.
Burrow from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Gun.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they're staring at 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He's got this at the 27. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It is caught left side. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And he managed what he can up to the 48. Terrion Arnold in on the stop.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Looking in the air here. Has a lane inside the 35. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Fields the hard squib kick. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Right it.
Drive begins with a run by Irving. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Here we go. Side. Right 80. Side.
Burrow setting the throw. Got a man. It's Drake London. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
MT, Kate. Right 80. Side.
Irving on the inside give. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Third down and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Side. Side.
From the gun on third down, it's Burrow. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now looking to throw. Has Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff.
And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pull that in front further, 13-zip. You can't blame him for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see, so when they give them that good old run fake and pull it back, it is touchdown offense.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 180, stop.
Shaking off the pitch quickly. He's going to throw. Caught by Flowers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Here we go. 11, MT, stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. I'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
Gun. Dot. 180. Plays hot. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Right back to Flowers they go. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Completed to his running back. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Play action now, Burrow. Holding left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Falcon 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go.
35-yard line.
Big 13. That.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you've got.
Burrow gets it out right quick. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage against good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive.
11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate.
Here he is on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Here we go. That.
Burrow trying on 4th down. He's able to get Flowers caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Let's get set. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
Stop.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. It's brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They kick the running back in motion. Dumps it off to his running back. Trying to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
It'll be 3rd and 5 on the other side, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. The Cowboys sending out their punting unit. To return, McCole Hardman. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. So that one looked like it didn't make it to midfield, and yep, that's correct. They're marking it out beyond the 45, but short of the midfield logo. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. 11 MT Tate. 11 MT Tate. Shot.
On the give, this is Irving. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Here we go, here we go. That
one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go.
3rd and 1. Burrow. Completed to Flowers. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
On 2, ready?
It's a nickel set for the Cowboys on this 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas.
Burrow from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. The effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The 6-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas. Stop. Right 80. Right 80, shot. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. Makes the catch and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Irving on 3rd and goal. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be 4th and goal.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bates' kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
On 1, ready?
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, You really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And 2nd and 10 now. It's Burrow. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss them to tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. Wide shot.
Now Burrow. Completed over the middle. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
On 1st down, they're going to run with Irving. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wide 80. Wide shot.
Here's Burrow. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
8 yards to go.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he is brought down just 5 yards from the end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go.
1st and goal. Here's Irving. And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
14.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
The goal of running that drag route is to get him to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play. just like that.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. 13, right here.
They're throwing it. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he stops at the 31-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Throw left side, complete. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone. Brock inside the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Quickly out to the right, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Frontalis, touchdown. The Cowboys grab the lead on their first series of the half. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead.
17.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1-1, ready?
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
They'll toss it here to Irving. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Play action now. Burrow. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Here's the give to Irving. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter.
On one, ready?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Has the open man downfield. He's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
At the 2-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, first and goal.
Get set. Stop.
On the keeper, it's Burrow. And they will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a fourth-quarter lead. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons push their lead to 3. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Let's go now.
Back now, pressure coming. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
That's an incredible sack kick from them. It does more than just back them up a mile on second down. There's an immediate sense of desperation that comes from an offense. You can just feel it as a quarterback in the huddle. When you take a sack like that, they got to dig themselves out of this hole.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Back to 60. Back to 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll throw, third and long. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up fourth and long. Fair catch made here at the 30.
And taken. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go.
They'll run this with Irving. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Ready?
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. 12. 12. 12. Stop.
Burrow setting to throw. Chased out to his right. They did it! He made the interception! And they get to him and tackle him on the return, but will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play.